How quickly things change. So, if you remember in the last video, we put fuel rails on the car, and I told you that we dropped a nut down into the oil pan. Well, we also, or I'm not gonna say we, because Andrew actually was not here for any of this.
Whenever what happened.
Yeah, yeah. So I also dropped the end of the magnet down in the oil pan trying to get the nut out. So with that being said, we tried to fish it out. I tried to fish it out and I couldn't get it out. I don't know where it is. So I think the easiest thing to do is pull the timing chain cover on this car. Well, we got to talking about it and we're like, you know, we kind of want to change the cam in it, try something different. So why not go ahead while we got all this apart and change the camshaft. So this is probably going to be I don't know, it might be a two-part video, but tonight we're going to get the timing chain cover off the car and fish out these two things. We got to find these two things, and then once we get that, we're just going to leave it apart. I think for today's what, Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday, so by Friday we should have the cam, and I don't know if I'll be able to get it back in by Friday or not, but either way, we'll have us a new cam. So what are we going with? Well, to stick with the whole Anderson theme, because I really just like those camshafts a lot. There's other great cams as well, but here lately we have just been kind of on the Anderson thing. So called up Donnie B. He has an N51 in stock, so he's going to ship that thing out first thing in the morning, and we are going to drop an N51 in this car. So we should have the piston valve clearance. I measured it out whenever we first put this engine together, and we had more than enough, so should be good to go on that. And this car should like it. I think it's going to take a little bit of low end away from it, which is probably not a bad thing, and add a little bit more up on the upper end of it. So we'll also have a really good cam on standby now. This N412 can kind of chill out, and we can put that in something else later on. But all that being said, that's what's going on, guys. So we're going to get started tonight. I'm probably not going to video a lot. I just want to let you know what's going on. And next time you see us, maybe we'll be installing a camshaft. So stand by. So far, so good, I guess. One down and one more to go. The problem is we can't find the nut. We don't know where it went. So when the nut failed, I'm pretty sure it went in beside the camshaft. So I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a hole in there. So right up in there, I think is where it went. So if it went in there, it's probably somewhere, it's probably not in the front sump, in other words. So, but regardless, we'll get it, even if we have to lift the motor up and take the pan off or do whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It's down there. We will find it. So anyway, I'm not going to video this whole process. I'll pick back up with you guys here pretty soon though, and let you know if we found this thing or not. Like I said, really the main focus of this video is installing the new cam. I will show you this though. For anybody that has one of these superchargers and you're wondering how much of the car you got to pull apart to get the timing chain cover out and, you know, change a camshaft, here you go. Nothing, honestly, other than the one bracket that comes over here and holds your tensioner. Outside of that, it can all stay, so that's pretty cool. But we're going to pull the valve covers off because all this needs to come off anyway. Remember though, we do have these tap-it tools, and we don't have to pull the lower intake off this car. So only thing we got to do is pull the valve covers out and off, and guys, we're good to go. We can change the cam in this car, so pretty cool. Anyway, I'll pick back up with you guys after a while. We have fished and fished and fished around down here, and we were to the point where we're like, all right, screw it, we're gonna have to drop the oil pan. Like, we got one of those bars, you know, from Harbor Freight. All right, last ditch effort, we drained the oil out of the car and pulled magnets across the bottom of the pan trying to lead it forward, and I guess it worked. Let me show you. We were almost, this was like the last thing. Look, right down there. There it is. That's it. So
I'm gonna drop it.
Please don't drop it. There it is. There it is.
See, the first time it fell down right here.
Hold on now. We got everything out of it. We dropped the magnet. Oh, and earlier I dropped an injector through the freaking upper intake as well. Yeah, I
It's
didn't.
on a roll.
Yeah, on a roll. All right, that's it. Everything is out of this engine. Guys, we're just waiting on our camshaft now. This is nothing more than a cam swap at this point. I'm so freaking excited, guys. One thing I do want to show you. These tappet tools are awesome. Guys, pay attention. All of our fuel system is still here. Our lower intake, nothing has been touched. The only thing we did was pull the valve covers off and put our tappet tools in. If you guys don't know, you can pick them up from Anderson Motorsport, and they have magnets on the end of them, and they pull your lifter up. That's it. You can just slide your cam right out, just rotate everything out of the way, and you're good to go. Woo-hoo, I'm so excited. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up, and I'll pick back up with you in a few days when our cam comes in. Yeah, there's our new old cam. Cam's actually brand new. Yes, sir. Look what we got here. Our cam came in. So, once again, this is an Anderson cam. I have been using them lately and I absolutely love them. So, this will be the third Anderson cam that we put in one of our cars. Andrew's car has the B21. The cam that I just took out of my car was an N412. And this cam is an N51 HR. This one hits pretty good, guys. This one's got a decent amount of lift and a pretty healthy amount of duration, but it's not anything crazy. Now, we go through this every time that we do an Anderson cam video. Guys, if you're curious about the specs of the camshaft, give Donnie B a call. He can tell you what this thing will work with, what it won't. Some of y'all are going to get so pissed off in the comment section. Some of y'all say, well, I'll never buy a cam from somebody that won't give you the cam card information. They will. You just need to call them and talk to them, okay? He can help you out there. They just don't pass it around, okay? There's a reason for that, and a lot of people don't understand it. I'm probably just gonna set up a time lapse because I need to get busy on this thing, and literally, there's nothing left to do. I'm just gonna pull the condenser. I need to go buy a condenser today, actually. I bet you they don't even have one in stock. So I may, you know what, it's getting cold anyway. I may completely just unhook the condenser for now, and then we'll see if that keeps the car cool. And if not, then I can just put my old condenser back in. If it does cool the car off, then I can go buy a new condenser. That sounds like a good deal. All right, let's go ahead and lube the cam up. I don't have any fancy lubricant. This is what I use, and it works great. Sealed power, super sticky. And it's really cold out here, so. And we'll be running the short pin. Not all of these pins stay in very good. These actually come out pretty easily. Probably a good idea to put some of that lubricant right there just to hold this thing in place. It's not going to go anywhere once you get it in the car, but for right now, it might try to. All right, so our cam is lubed up and we're good to go. All we're going to do, get this thing up out of the way. I'm just going to slide this thing in. Being cautious not to beat up our cam bearings. We'll just grab a screwdriver, pick the front of that cam up, slide it on in. Put it in the hole, pick up, and there you go. Nice. We're just gonna go ahead and put this thing in straight up and down, okay? All right, well, that's it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, put you into time-lapse mode, and I'll get back with you at some point, either today or tomorrow, when we get this thing running. Here we go. So, all in all, guys, I don't know if this thing is going to start or not, but this didn't take but probably 3 hours or so, 2.5, 3 hours to put back together. And it's all because of those tappet tools. I just can't recommend them things enough. It saves you a lot of time. Now, I'm not sure if the timing is going to be correct on the car. Did my best to try to locate top dead center, but I couldn't really see the harmonic balancer. It's really, really hard to see down there. With all that being said, though, let's go ahead and try to bust this thing off, and we'll work through any issues that arise. Let's just cross our fingers and hope this thing runs. Oh, well, always, every single time, every time I forget that wire right there. All right, take two. Sounds like we got the timing a little low, so let me bump that up. Looks like we are good though. Maybe a tooth off, I'm not sure. Still trying to keep it running. Uh-oh, that's not good. So far so good. I don't know why it just died and didn't want to start back, but we blew the bypass hose off of it. So I'm gonna get that back on and I'm gonna check the oil again, add some water to it, and then I'll get back up with you guys once I get all the bugs worked out of it. But sounds like it's gonna hit pretty good, but we're not there yet. Obviously the timing's off on it, but yeah, I'll get back to you guys in just a minute. Tune needs to be tweaked on it right now. You can hear it slightly kind of up and down, but it's definitely hitting harder than it was, for sure. Nice. All right, guys, stay tuned. We'll go for our first drive in this thing. I'll let you know if I can feel a difference in power or what I think of the cam overall. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. And as always, thanks for watching.